Aloha Taurus, and welcome to White Shadow Spiritual Advising. My name is BriaBogatin, and today we'll be doing your monthly February tarot forecast. So you can check out your sun, moon, rising sign, or really any placement within your birth chart. Down below you can find information to my Instagram and my email. Also down below, if you'd like to support my work, you can do so by sending me a tip or a donation with the links down below. Okay, Taurus. So this month of February is going to be one of immense healing. Okay, especially I would say past hurts. February is going to open up things for you that's going to present you with the opportunity to be able to not only elevate out of situations, but fully heal old situations. And I'm hearing very strongly those of you that have anxiety or insomnia, or you have like something chronic going on. February is a very ideal month to move yourself out of that even more, or move to a better space when it comes to those chronic experiences. Okay, and based off of the healing that you do, based off of the person that you become because of the healing you're going to do in February, you will be reworking a lot of your boundaries and the way that you relate to people, especially I would say at the end of February. Okay, so the first card you are receiving, Taurus, is the Ace of Cups. So this is the card of immense healing. Okay, this is immense healing on an emotional level. The Ace of Cups is learning how to fulfill ourselves, how to heal thyself, how to fill our own cup. This is a card of very rewarding moments. This is a card of even subconscious healing. This can even be a card of miracles and blessings. Okay, the Ace of Cups uplifts our energy. It's like a heightening of our spiritual energy, our auric field, especially our spiritual emotional talents being elevated for you guys during the month of February. The Ace of Cups is very serene and harmonious. It's very much like things coming together in a very beautiful way that is allowing you to feel more emotionally stable, emotionally secure. And I would say that your attachments or your connections, probably a better word, your connections for the month of February are going to be put in a very beautiful place. They're stepping into a better place for you guys. Okay, and then you are receiving the Three of Swords. Now, I know you're like seeing this card and you're like, why? How is she saying all of that? And now I'm getting the Three of Swords. Well, it's because the Three of Swords, in my experience, usually represents pain and heartbreak that has already occurred, that's already transpired. With the Ace of Cups coming out first, showing the healing, this is healing that heartbreak. Okay, so I would say especially for those of you, painful events that took place in January specifically or especially are going to be very much healed and transmuted and integrated in the month of February. This is also going into what I was saying about mental illness. The Three of Swords can be one of our perspectives or our mental illness providing much of the heartbreak that we are experiencing in our present time. Okay, something may have occurred in your childhood that sparked that mental illness, whether it is PTSD, bipolar depression itself, whatever it may be. I would say that this is a time where you're going to be able to go back and reflect on what sparked that mental illness. Did I get it from my mother? Was my mother absent in my life? Was I abused in a certain way that's brought me to this point? And then also healing and rectifying the most recent pain or heartbreak that you have experienced. With it being the Three of Swords, it goes into perspectives because of the Suit of Swords. The Suit of Swords is one of perspectives, communication, mindsets, and then that's when we go into things like mental illness. So again, I would say to you guys that when it comes to those of you struggling with things like anxiety or whatever, you're going to be moving into a much better space in February. And I would say moving forward, maybe you'll find more fitting modalities to help you alleviate that anxiety, that depression, whatever it is. And then also healing what has recently transpired. Okay, so the combination of these two cards are a blessing because it is showing you that you're finally going to be freed from some sort of emotional damage that caused some sort of negative attachment to self, to another person, to a specific circumstance, or whatever it may be. Then you are receiving the Magician. So this is you stepping into your power, Taurus. This is you being in balance, being in alignment, being in a good space, spiritually, mentally, physically, passionately. Okay, the Magician represents being in alignment with all the different elements, all the different aspects of ourselves. The Magician is also the number one. Getting cards like the Magician, the number one, and then the Ace of Cups, with it being an ace, this is definitely saying that you guys as a whole are stepping into a completely new energy for yourself, where there's a lot of creation to be created. Okay, there's a lot of experiences to be had. The Magician is one of the magical manifestors, so this is a very auspicious time for you guys, and it is an auspicious time because you have done the healing work. You experience whatever you experience, and now I would say the beginning of February, you're going to be transmuting that, healing that. Mid-February, I feel you're going to be stepping into this Magician energy, your inner power, your inner strength, and really exuding that from your core. I would say this is a month to very much focus on your inner power, calling your inner power back. You can check out my cord cutting video on my how-to playlist, where I get into cord cutting, calling your power back, and everything like that. Okay, so the Magician, with this, I would say that's important for you guys to do things like affirmations, creating a vision board, especially writing things down. What are you foreseeing for yourself for this year? And get very centered on not only your blessings, but what your blessings could create for you in the future. What is being mapped out for you during this time? Okay, and last card you are receiving is the Seven of Wands. So this is where I was saying in the beginning that I feel the end of February is going to be one where you guys are going to be reworking your boundaries and restructuring your boundaries. The Seven of Wands definitely says we have to set stronger boundaries, but it also can be saying that we're going to be receiving some sort of backlash towards the boundaries we set. For example, if you are constantly giving to someone, over giving, and crossing that boundary of my cup is empty because I've been giving too much to this person, once you stop doing that and you set that boundary, that person might be pissed about that. You know, and that's just an example, but some people, and this card could be saying that presently, Taurus, you have people around you who are benefiting from you acting in a lower capacity of who you are, okay? And once you step out of that and you set stronger boundaries and you speak up, you speak your truth more firmly, that's going to shake things up a little bit, because those people will no longer be benefiting from the lower energy you've been put in, or you've placed yourself in, or that you've been acting from. The Seven of Wands tells us that we have to be very aware of the energy around us, what we are taking on. We will have to protect our beliefs, our morals, our values, okay, our decisions. And the Seven of Wands is also the card of the underdog, okay? But the underdog always comes out on top, right? That's why it is the underdog. And so I would say that you guys, you know, I would say you guys are going to be a lot more successful than you are currently perceiving, or that you are currently thinking. Maybe right now you're kind of down and out, but you're about to step into some really beautiful energy and immense healing, Taurus. And at the end of the day, you will rise from the ashes. Okay, so I'm going to leave that at that for you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful month.